Good morning children. In this video we are going to discuss about Descartes rule. This Descartes rule says that how many positive real roots we have for the polynomial and how many negative real roots we have in the polynomial and how many imaginary roots we have in that polynomial without factorization. Okay, so I am going to tell you the working rule. Let p of x is equal to given polynomial. Let p of x be the given polynomial. Then whatever polynomial you are given, just you have to take it as p of x. Then you have to observe the number of sign changes. Sign change means positive to negative, negative to positive. So how many sign changes occur in p of x? That is a thing we have to observe. So after observing the sign change, we can conclude that positive real roots of p of x is equal to number of sign changes in p of x. That is, if we have two sign changes in p of x, then we can conclude that there are at most two positive roots of p of x. Then again you have to observe the number of sign changes of p of minus x. That is, all the x should be replaced by minus x in p of x. Then we can clearly say that negative real roots of p of x is equal to number of sign changes in p of minus x. Then imaginary root of p of x is equal to degree of the polynomial. Suppose it is a 8th degree polynomial. Then I want to subtract 8 with number of positive roots minus number of negative roots. Then I can get the number of imaginary roots. So only thing is, first you have to take the polynomial whatever you are given, p of x. Then you have to observe the number of sign changes. Then we can conclude that the number of sign changes of p of x will give you the number of positive roots of that p of x. Then you want to replace x by minus x. Then again you have to observe the number of sign changes. Then we can conclude that the negative real roots of p of x is equal to the number of sign changes in p of minus x. Then imaginary root, how will you get? Degree of the polynomial minus number of positive real root, number of negative real roots. So this is very simple method, very easy also. Let us see one example. So now exercise 3.6, discuss the maximum possible number of positive and negative roots of the polynomial. So this is the equation given: 9x power 9 minus 4x power 8 plus 4x power 7 minus 3x power 6 plus 2x power 5 plus x cube plus 7x square plus 7x plus 2 is equal to 0. So what is the first thing? Just I have to consider p of x is the given polynomial. So just I am going to write the polynomial whatever given. So now I want to consider the sign change in p of x. Sign change means just the coefficient sign. Here 9 is a positive number. So just I am writing a positive sign. Here minus 4x power 8 is in negative sign. So just I am writing the negative sign. Then here I have a plus 4x power 7. So what is the sign of this coefficient? Positive. Then what is the next term? Minus 3x power 6 I have. So what is the sign of this coefficient? Minus. So whatever sign you have, no, that sign you have to write here. Plus minus, the coefficient sign. Then you have to observe how many sign changes are there in this sequence. Sign changes means if you have positive to negative and negative to positive, that is also a change. Okay, here this coefficient changes the sign from positive to negative, therefore one sign change. Then negative to positive, second sign change. Positive to negative, third sign change. Negative to positive, fourth sign change. Here this and all no sign change. So therefore how many sign changes are there? There are 4 sign changes in this coefficient of the polynomial. Therefore here 4 sign changes in p of x. Therefore p of x has at most 4 positive real roots. Then the next step I want to find out is p of minus x. So p of minus x is nothing but just you want to replace x by minus x. So if you replace x by minus x means the polynomial will be changes as minus 9x power 9, minus 4x power 8, minus 4x power 7, minus 3x power 6, minus 2x power 5, minus x cube plus 7x square minus 7x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now I want to observe the sign changes. So here positive, here negative sign, here negative, negative, negative. Here only the changing of sign occurs. Here plus, minus, plus. Here just observe here. Here in this place the sign changes occurs negative to positive. Therefore first sign change. Positive to negative, second sign change. Negative to positive, third sign change. So there are 3 sign changes in p of minus x. So we can conclude that p of x has at most 3 negative real roots. At most 3 negative real roots. We can conclude that by sign changing itself. Here we are not factorizing. Okay, just according to the sign of the polynomial itself we are concluding that. And then number of imaginary root can be found out by what is the degree of the polynomial? The degree of the polynomial is 9. So 9 minus number of positive real root, number of negative real root. So 9 minus 4 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Therefore number of imaginary roots is equal to 2. Then the third problem is show that x power 9 minus 5x power 5 plus 4x power 4 plus 2x square plus 1 is equal to 0 has at least 6 imaginary roots. So whatever polynomial you are given, just like that you have to take that. Then you should observe the sign changes in p of x. Just you observe the sign change. Here positive, here negative, here positive, 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 positive. So just I have written the sign. Only the coefficient sign I have to write. Here first sign change occurs. Here the second sign change occurs. Therefore in p of x we have 2 sign change. Therefore p of x has at most 2 positive real roots. Then I want to consider p of minus x. P of minus x is nothing but just you want to replace x by minus x. So p of minus x is nothing but minus x power 9 minus 5x power 5 plus 4x power 4 plus 2x square plus 1. So sign changes in p of minus x is nothing but negative, negative, positive, 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 positive. Therefore clearly we can observe that here negative to positive, there is only one sign change in p of minus x. Therefore p of x has at most one negative root. At most one negative real root. Therefore number of complex roots is equal to the degree of the polynomial is 9. The degree of the polynomial is 9. So 9 minus real root, positive real root minus negative real root. Therefore 9 minus 3 is 6. Therefore P of x has at most 6 complex roots. Now the second question is, discuss the maximum possible number of positive and negative real roots of the polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6 and x square minus 5x plus 16, and also draw a rough sketch of the graph. So I am going to take P of x is equal to the first polynomial and Q of x is equal to the second polynomial. So I want to find out the number of sign changes in P of x and as well as Q of x. So just a sign change, observe the sign change in P of x. Here positive, here negative, here positive. There are two sign changes. Here also Q of x is positive, negative, positive. There are two sign changes. So all together I want to see. I should not consider separately P of x and Q of x. All together only I want to see. So there are two sign changes in both P of x and Q of x. Therefore I can conclude that there are two positive real roots of P of x and Q of x. So let us check the sign changes of P of minus x and Q of minus x. So P of minus x is nothing but only you need to change the sign of x. That is you want to replace x by minus x. So minus x square minus 5 into minus x plus 16. So this is nothing but x square plus 5x plus 16. Q of x is nothing but Q of minus x is nothing but minus x square minus 5 into minus x plus 16. So Q of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 16. So just observe the sign changes in P of minus x and Q of minus x. We can observe here positive, 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 positive. So there is no sign change in both P of minus x and Q of minus x. Therefore, we can conclude that there is no negative real root for P of x and Q of x. We can conclude that there is no negative real root in P of x and Q of x. So for sketching the graph, I am going to use the intercept technique. That is, first I am going to sketch P of x. P of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. So I am going to take y is equal to the given polynomial. So y is equal to, this can be factorized. 6 can be factorized by 3 2s are 6 minus 3 minus 2. So I can write this as x minus 2 into x minus 3. This one I can take as a first equation. For getting the x-intercept, you want to put y is equal to 0. So if you substitute y is equal to 0, then y0 is equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to 2, 3. So clearly we can say that this graph passes through 2, 3 on the x-axis. 2, 3 on the x-axis. Now I want to find out the y-intercept. For y-intercept, what I should do? I want to substitute x is equal to 0. For y-intercept, I want to substitute x is equal to 0. So the y is equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3 is given. So I want to substitute x is equal to 0 means y is equal to 0 minus 2, 0 minus 3. So clearly y is equal to 0. Therefore, we can conclude that this curve touches the y-axis at 6. Therefore, the points to be considered as 2, 0, 3, 0 and 0, 6. So the rough sketch can be drawn by, so axis, it passes through 2, 3 on the x-axis. So just mark the point, and it passes through 0, 6 on the y axis. So through these 3 points I can draw this curve. Then I want to sketch the graph for q of x. So for x intercept I want to put y is equal to 0. For y intercept I want to put x is equal to 0. Then q of x is equal to the polynomial x square minus 5x plus 16 is given. So let I am going to take y is equal to x square minus 5x plus 16. Now I want to substitute x is equal to 0. If I substitute x is equal to 0 here, this will be 0, this will be 0 and 16. Y is equal to 16 I will get. So 0, 16 is the point. The curve passes through the point through 0, 16. So if you put y is equal to 0, x square minus 5x plus 16 is equal to 0. If you solve this equation, you will get imaginary roots. So we can conclude that the curve does not meet on x-axis, that is on real axis. X-axis is the real axis. So the curve does not meet the x-axis at any point. So since the curve is not meeting the x-axis, it does not have a real roots. It has only imaginary root. So you can check by solving formula method. Minus b plus a minus square root of b square minus 4ac formula, you can use it and you can find out the imaginary root. That and all, no need here, just I am telling, okay, for verification. If the curve meets on x-axis means it has real roots. If the curve does not meet on x-axis means it does not have the real root, it has only imaginary root. So the point 0, 16 only we want to consider. So the curve passes through 0, 16. So axis I have drawn. Since the curve does not meet on x-axis, it passes through only on 0, 16. So just I am putting the point here and I am drawing the curve.